Howdy.
We're alive.
Or like, is it working? Okay, it is day 10. Yeah, it is. It's day 10. All right. So today we are talking about Thieves Products, and some of them come in the premium starter kit. So we will.
Well, we're actually talking about perimeter protection.
But that's what brought that about.
Perimeter defense, which means you're sitting too close.
I'm like, yeah, really? All right, so.
Well, but that is part of what we're dealing with, is this personal protection, the space, personal space, like, hey, wait a minute, the social distancing. And I think that's important for us to understand the whole part of what we're doing here and not get to the point where we're isolating. And I think this ports over nicely to some of the discussion I think we're having today, right now, on this segment. But that is that we're not going to achieve sanitation. We're not going to achieve elimination of all microbes. You don't even want to do that. And so in the same way that in social distancing, we're not going to eliminate social.
Right.
We're not going to eliminate the interactions of us. That's important that we don't do that. We don't want to be isolated.
And we don't want to have that them, like everybody in the grocery store, like, wow, you're so dangerous to me. Oh, let's be friendly. We can be friendly from 6 feet away.
It's all just part of the package of being reasonable and also doing the protection that makes a difference, that matters.
Right. And so this is a reasonable thing to want to take care of, right? To clean our environment, to wash our hands, and do hand sanitizer, to, make sure all of these orifices are protected. All of these things are very reasonable. We want to just make sure that we're not doing things that are harming us unintentionally at the same time. And so this is where really the Thieves products shine. And because we can have both. We can have the perimeter defense and products that are not harming us. So that's, I think, very exciting. Okay, so let's talk about, actually, because Peter covered quite a bit in his video. And so I wanted to kind of just talk about the Thieves hand soap, the foaming hand soap, and the hand sanitizer, the Thieves hand sanitizer, and how awesome they are. So when you have the opportunity to order them, please do it. Because what I've noticed, like I keep hearing on Facebook and all these different things of, oh, my hands are getting so dried out because I'm washing my hands or using hand sanitizer very often.
A lot more than normal.
And we're massage therapists, so our norm is to wash our hands a lot, before, after, during, not during, but, between clients, before and after everything.
Well, actually, sometimes during.
Right, depending on.
I mean, it really depends.
That's true.
I mean, there are times when I will get in the middle of a session after I did their feet, then I need to go and do their face. I'm going to go wash my hands.
Right.
So
what I'm saying is we're washing our hands. That's our norm to use a washer. And we're like, our hands never get dried out because we're using these products, and they actually have moisturizers built in that are actually natural. So they're not, because the moisturizer, if your hands are getting cracked, then make sure you're putting lotion on. Well, the lotions, the standard lotions, yeah, I know. Oh my gosh, you can get us started now. Where you're actually getting hormone disruptors and all kinds of other chemicals and fragrance and stuff and now it's going into the cracks in your hand. Okay, so we can get really super excited about this. Please make the switch, stop the poison, and switch over to the Thieves products.
And again, when we're talking about poison, sometimes people might think it's a little dramatic, or we're over.
We don't have any drama around here.
We're overemphasizing the word. You're using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means. Poison, toxin, that kind of thing. But when you're talking about a hormone disrupting compound, that's maybe even only slightly hormone disrupting, but it's active at parts per trillion.
And it
bioaccumulates. That becomes a real problem if it's something you're using every single day.
Especially over time.
Yeah.
And
so this is not just whatever, sure, I did that natural thing. No. This is an important wellness aspect to our wellness.
things that we have learned in the trenches for our own bodies and our own families. So we're speaking from experience. It's not just head knowledge, okay? We've made the changes. We've coached people to make the changes, and it makes a huge difference in our wellness journey. Mm-hmm. So we're here to encourage you on that. We're like your cheerleaders.
Yeah, and making these switches to natural products, it doesn't have to happen all at once. I mean, right. We talk about a year-long wellness program where we gradually switch over into more natural things.
There is a difference in the budget. There is a difference in, like, every time you make a change, you know, it takes willpower, it takes decision making, you're changing your habit. It takes effort. And so if you can't, you know, we can spread it out over time. That's what we did. You know, realistically, some people, if you're in a wellness crisis, you need to make those changes quickly. Just boom, get it done. But, you know, right now, actually, we're reflecting. Normally, like when we teach an intro class for the oils, I tell people to literally get a trash bag, go home. Like, I'm gonna start handing out the trash bag at the event, right? When we can have classes again. But take the trash bag and literally go around your house and throw the stuff away. Don't give it away. I mean, if you want to give it to the household hazardous waste, but that happens twice a year, whatever.
And we're talking about your various cleaners,
personal care products, anything scented. That's what we tell people to do.
The plug-ins,
I mean, the plug-ins need to go in the trash right now. Okay.
Something, we draw the line at the plug-ins, okay?
The fragrance candles in the trash, okay? So, but, you know, for your perimeter defense, this is probably not the time to be just throwing everything away if you don't have a good replacement in your hands right now. So, depending on your personality, either we've already overwhelmed you and you're like, I can't handle this, in which case, take a deep breath.
Get your lavender.
We're talking about lavender tomorrow. Get your stress away, your peace and calming, take a deep breath, and one step at a time. Same thing for you people that are like, get the trash bag. Like, that would be your normal response. Okay, I know better. I'm going to do better. And you just, that's it. I'm throwing everything away. You know, okay, make your order, get your Thieves products, you know, do your DIY projects. Make sure you have something to replace it in your hands right now. And so really what we're saying is, like, have patience with yourself, give yourself grace, and make a plan and execute the plan. So this week I'm going to do a DIY project while I'm waiting on my order, and I'm going to make this one is going out. Now, like today, you can go right now, right after this video, and throw out all your plugins and your candles, and that would be great. Okay, that would be that could be step one.
Even if you don't have any replacements.
You don't need replacements on that. You've got your oils and your diffuser. Okay, so that's going to help your air quality. It's going to help your respiratory system. You're going to thank me later. Right now, you might be like wanting to strangle me, but you will thank me. Okay, and then make your plan. Okay, I really want to make this I feel like I use the most, and this is going to make the biggest impact if I make this change. Like the Thieves household cleaner. I mean, you can get rid of all kinds of cleaners. We got rid of all of our other cleaners.
Basically everything. Well, yeah. We have no other cleaner in the house. We maybe have vinegar.
Yeah.
Just straight distilled vinegar, distilled white vinegar.
The Thieves cleaner in different concentrations, and that is the only cleaner that we have.
That's pretty much what we've got.
So that is a big bang for your buck.
I mean, it works in the garage on concrete. Yeah. I mean, to clean concrete, you know what I'm saying? So
I'll use it at full strength for stain remover and the laundry.
I used it to wash the car.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it works for everything.
So make your plan one step at a time. Be gentle with yourself. Everything's going to be okay, and you're going to keep doing the best you can. Okay? That's where we're at right now.
Well, if you got to day 10, you're doing awesome.
Yes, you are. Yay, you. Okay, so let's make the connections. Are we ready to make connections?
Yes.
Okay.
Connect the dots.
Wellness strategy. We are jumping up and down on our soapbox about stop the poison today. Okay, and at some level, we are trying to lend you our confidence in this. Please take the steps. We talk about a 30-day challenge. Make those changes, and then when you go back after 30 days, you're going to be like, oh, that's what they were talking about. Okay, so make the changes. Do it. stop the poison. For 4 essentials for life, it's not a real easy connection with this particular topic, but water came up in his wellness
I talked
video.
about just reminding the hydration, the connection between hydration and a healthy skin, and the perimeter of the body has the healthy skin, and that's one of the aspects where you're working with.
Also, the food with the diet, making sure you have good quality fat, because you need a good quality fat layer on your skin.
Yeah, and I mean, I can tell you, when I used to eat meat, and my body does not process meat. I'm not saying that you don't process meat; it might be fine for you, but for me, I don't process meat very well. So when I eat meat, it would come out on my skin. I mean, and it would just be like a grease layer, and it was not good. And not to mention what it would do inside.
So there's effects. So from
fat
the water
processing
and the fat.
Yeah, the fat processing.
Really important for skin health.
And very important for skin health. And so that's where the liver comes in. I mentioned that this morning.
We'll have
to talk about that.
The While Wellness Program connections. We have each body system, but along with each month, we talk about a lifestyle change and a diet change. And this really gets into that, where you're like, okay, step by step, I'm committing to making these lifestyle changes and cleaning up, stopping the poison, cleaning up my environment, my personal environment, and the things that I'm using every day. So that part of the While Wellness Program, it really applies today. But then also he talked about the integumentary system, or the skin and connective tissue, that's going to be really important for perimeter defense. And that is month 5. And then the digestive system, again, where you need to be absorbing your nutrients and the fat processing in the liver.
Yeah.
So that is month 3.
Yeah, and we're just telling you these as resources. Again, it's we have a year-long wellness program called the While Wellness Program, and the videos are already up. They've been there for 3 years or so, and so it's just a resource for you that you can plug into and walk through an entire year of wellness. And maybe this moment is not the time to necessarily think about implementing a whole year-long plan.
Do it with grace and ease with yourself. Like, just be easy with yourself and take the things that work and make sense for you right now.
Yeah, but I'm just sharing, making sure you know the resources there.
Yes.
And as long as YouTube keeps our channel up, then it'll be there.
Okay. Well, y'all have a good day, okay? We are, sending blessings your way. Keep on hanging in there, and one step at a time.
And we'll talk about relaxing more tomorrow.